Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Sixpad back in the place, about to give you the list of the top 5 worst albums of the year. All these albums that are on this list I have listened to. I really didn't like, and I will get into why I didn't like them. I don't like doing these lists, just because, especially the negative ones, just because it feels like, you know, you can be kind of talking at someone and, you know, kind of downplaying shit when, like, talking shit about someone's music when I can't make music. I totally appreciate I can't make music, but when something doesn't sound great, I have to say it. And at 5, we have Gigs with Big Bad. This album came out in February. It was kind of like, there was a trailer for it, and, you know, this seemed like it was going to be Giggs' coming out party, you know, after like the strong albums of Welcome to Them and Landlord. You know, this seemed like the next big kind of thing for Giggs. It did disappoint. You know, it weren't the best album from him. It weren't the worst thing ever, but it was a little disappointing. Like, I did expect a bit more from it. You know, no, not really any notable tracks, to be honest. And yeah, just really, I hope Giggs just dusts himself off, because everyone has a bad game. Everyone does something bad. I've made bad videos in the past. And yeah, I just hope he comes back and next he, you know, kills it with the next project that he brings out. So at number 4, we have Fredo, Third Avenue. Now, Fredo, Third Avenue is, you know, it came out in February, and I really thought it came out in 2018, like late 2018. You know, it didn't really do anything, didn't shake up the industry or didn't kind of change anything. It just came and went by. You know, months going on, it's kind of like I listened to most of these albums again, just to gauge how kind of bad they were, and this one wasn't really that good. Fredo has got a lot of potential. You know, what can I say? He bounced back with Netflix and Chill, you know, and that was a really good song, but it weren't on here. And yeah, like I just think he's got it. He missed the step on this album. At number 3, we have J1 with One Wave. Now, this album already has been clowned by a majority of people. You know, the listening party clowned it when they listened to it. You know, Dot Rotten and J1 have been going back and forth, and he clowned the album. It's a project. It's an EP. But yeah, this EP, when I first heard J1, I will be the first to say, like, I heard Mocking It, I thought it was great. I heard Your Misses, I thought it was great. And then I thought, you know, what can he do kind of on a longer kind of thing? And he just sounds the same. You know, it's called One Wave, but it should be called One Flow, One Style, One Direction, because that's all the one pocket. That's the way the tracks go. He has that same kind of bumpy flow, you know, pauses between everything. Literally just talks about money and girls, you know, and yeah, that's what I mean. It's just a one direction kind of flow, one direction kind of style, and one kind of, yeah. So hopefully, I'm rooting for J1. I hope that he proves all his haters wrong. And don't get me wrong, just because you made this list, I'm not a hater, but you have to go on there. If your music's bad, the music's bad. I can't do anything about that. That's your kind of forte, and that's where you can change it. I'm rooting for my man. I hope that he does well. You know, I hope on the next thing, hopefully it's not called 2 Wave, and then we get 2 pockets, 2 flows, and whatever have you. Hopefully he just comes back with something that's a bit better for us to listen to and for us to vibe to. At number 2, we have Ed Sheeran with number 6, Collaborations Project. Now, this is one of the worst compilation albums I've heard this year, and DJ Khaled dropped this year. I didn't understand how it could be that bad, but yeah, it was. Some of the features on here didn't mesh well together. I'm looking at that Young Thug and J Hus track, and I still don't get it. The Dave track as well, and I can't remember the guy's name. I feel like a lot of the tracks on this album were kind of just, you know, Ed was writing them and thinking, oh yeah, who can I put together? And he sent this person the song, sent that person the song, and then meshed them together. No matter how much, like, you could have You could have easily put, you know, J Hus and Dave on a track. If you didn't want to do that, that's fine. But you could have gave them a track that would have been suited for someone better, that was like kind of their voice. You know, it didn't seem, it doesn't mesh well altogether. You know, don't get me wrong, you got a number one with like Take Me Back to London and stuff like that. But for me, it just weren't where it needed to be. It just wasn't a good album. You know, it's 49 minutes long as well, and that seems like forever to go by. The Skrillex song as well was terrible, and I think I walked out and joined the Bruno Mars song, or one of them, I can't remember. I had to stop listening to it. That is the second worst album, and yeah, that's my opinions on it. And the worst album to come out of the UK this year is DBlock Europe with PTSD. If you know me, you knew this was coming. I originally shot the reaction for this album, mixtape or whatever. I originally shot that reaction for this, and because it was so negative, I couldn't bring it out. You know, this song has 28 tracks on, way too long, way too much music. You know, you just released another mixtape as well, yesterday or 2 days ago. It's just not. It's not. It's literally a conversation of quality over quantity. And I understand that you want to give your fans music, but when your fans are saying that out of the 12 tracks that only 2 or 3 are good, I think there comes a time when you need to make us miss you a bit and then come back with some fire, because you have got it in your locker. You know, I see people on Twitter as well saying, "Oh, DB was better," blah blah. You have literally only been popping. I know you've been in the game for a while, but you've only been popping for like 2 or 3 years. We should not be saying already, "Oh, DB was better than what you're bringing out now." And especially when, you know, you brought out things like Home Alone and Any Minute Now. Those are really, really good mixtapes and albums. But this one here, this is awful, like woeful. Like, I only like on this album, I think 2 to 3 tracks, and those tracks are Home Pussy, Outside, which is a phenomenal track. Outside is probably your best track you've ever made. And what's wrong with Chip? Whole Summer. Yeah, Whole Summer. Like, even you know, you got the horse flow thing, and I just think stop that. That's not, if that catches on, it catches on, but stop that, man. It's literally just a conversation of quality over quantity, innit? So I get you bringing out loads of mixtapes, but sometimes just reserve a little bit. You know, keep what you have in the chamber. You know, you don't need to record. You don't need to record a song in October and bring it out in November. Just wait on it, because you're gonna have no music left. That is literally my top 5 worst albums to come out of the UK this year. Top 5. I know some of them are albums. I know some of them are EPs and mixtapes and what have you. But it's projects in it. Top 5 worst projects to come out of the UK this year. Those are them. So if you need that order again, 5th we have Giggs Big Bad. 4th we have Fredo with Third Avenue. At 3rd we have J1 with One Wave. At 2nd we have Ed Sheeran with Number 6 Collaborations Project. And at number 1, we have DBlock Europe with PTSD, which gave me PTSD. And now I need to stop talking about it because it's making me really sad. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and record the best albums to come out of the UK this year. So go check that out. But I'll get this out to you guys very soon. If you disagree, please tell me what you think should have made it in the comments. You know, if you disagree with what I'm saying, please feel free to tell me what I got wrong. If you're a DB supporter till you die, please cuss me as much as you want. Just tell me what you think should have made the top 5 worst albums, and what I feel like I shouldn't have put in there. The new video, I'm gonna try and put it up here for you guys to see. These will be the top 5 best albums to come out of the UK. Obviously, these are the top 5 worst albums. And yeah, that has been it from your boy. So without further ado, I'm going to go make a good one.